Yo, what's up, guys? Okay, I just got my hands on Watch Dogs Legion. I'm here with Sean, lead producer of said game. Sean, thank you, first of all. Thank you. Okay, I want to jump right into this because I think one of the most exciting things for me about this title is the new play as anyone mechanic that we're seeing here that I got to witness, I got to play. It was nuts. Can you tell us a little bit about that, and specifically, I kind of want to know how you guys went into that. What was kind of the thought process behind that?
Sure. So, I mean, Watch Dogs as a brand, it's always had the profiler, and you always had little tidbits of people in their lives. But for Watch Dogs Legion, we said, you know what if that actually was real? And you could literally follow everyone around, see them through their daily lives, and fully simulate them. And then what if you could play that person? That was kind of the seed that started the whole concept of play as anyone. And obviously now, today, you can literally play anyone that you see in the world of London.
Okay, so I know that I didn't get to play any online or any co-op, but I know that that's going to exist. And does that apply to that as well, as far as recruiting people? Because I haven't even talked about that yet. You get to recruit these people. So does that apply to online as well?
So we're not really talking about online right now. We're going to surprise you with stuff later, but all I can confirm right now is yes, there is 4-player co-op.
Okay. Let me go back a little bit I want to talk about the story. So the play as anyone also goes has impacts with the story as well, right? I believe that you're not limited by cutscenes. Like the players that you select to play as are what you see in the cutscenes too as well, right?
Exactly. So I mean, in Watch Dogs Legion, you play a resistance movement fighting back against the oppression regime in London. And when you do that, you need to do it as a team. That's the most important thing. So the story centralizes around building DedSec as a team, and we have I think it's 5 missions. Five mission uplines. Yeah. And each of those you have a slightly different story. So you have, for example, the classic spy dramas. You have your crime bosses, etc., etc. So that covers the journey of DedSec taking back London. And then yes, so because you play as anyone, any single cutscene that you go into, you will see your character. But the cool part is when you see them act a little differently with each character. So even the replay value, seeing how those different characters respond in the same situation is really cool to watch. It's really fun.
Yeah. Okay. So watch in the demo, hearing it said that everyone's like literally, I can play the game, you can play the game, you guys can play the game, and your experience will be completely different. Different characters, different, and 60+ missions, right? Like, that's crazy.
It's a big game, it's a big world, and there's a lot of characters to play.
So tell me about classes.
Okay, so in Watch Dogs Legion, now you can play 1 or 3 classes. So you have the Enforcer, you have the Infiltrator, and you have the Hacker. So the Enforcer, this is the kind of character where you can throw sticky mines. That's their special ability. And these are the characters that you're going to walk in through the front door because they have the heavy weapons. And then you have the Infiltrator, who's kind of the stealthy character. They can kick in an AR shield that will help hide them from bad guys. And also, they have a very cool, more powerful melee system because Watch Dogs Legion has a new melee system as well. And that allows you to take out guys locally without alerting entire layouts. And then you have the Hacker, and the Hacker has the really cool ability, which is the Spider Bot. So the Spider Bot is a little spidery machine that can sneak around inside the layouts and can deploy as a turret. It can support you with its own AI, and it can just jump on people's faces and less than lethally shock them. It's pretty cool.
So we've talked a little bit about some of the mechanics of the game. What about the story? Tell us a little bit about what we can expect there.
Sure, so we have 5 different storylines in Watch Dogs Legion that covers multiple topics, such as your classic spy drama, your crime boss, that all talks about DedSec defeating the oppression of London.
Okay, one last question. I wanted to ask, this has to be kind of important because it's the last question. So when it comes to gameplay mechanics, you guys have introduced a lot of new things. Of course, the play as anyone. And then you can also like ride drones and stuff. Like, what other new things are you guys allowing us to do now?
So in Watch Dogs Legion, we have a brand new drone ecosystem. So now drones live ambiently in the world. You have the cargo drones that you can climb on top of and fly around or use to drop explosive ingredients to help you take out bad guys. You have parcel drones that you can use to deliver boxes and steal loot. You have these Wi-Fi drones that you can use to spy inside of layouts. There's a ton of cool stuff to do.
Okay, awesome. Well, Sean, thank you so much for your time. I am so excited to get more information and more hands-on time with the Watch Dogs Legion. Thank you again so much.
Thank you very much.
Guys, you definitely want to check this out.